like I should feel like I should feel like I should feel like I should go. Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should feel like I should feel like I should feel like I should go.
An old man stood knee-deep in a quiet stream, the water rippling gently around his scarred legs. On the bank, a little boy, maybe 7 years old, sat cross-legged, staring at him with big, curious eyes. "Grandpa, why do you have so many scars?" the boy asked. The old man laughed softly, his voice rough but kind. "Ah, these!" He lifted his arm, pointing at the marks one by one. "These aren't just scars, kid. They're badges. Each one tells a story." He tapped a jagged line on his forearm. "This one came from pulling a kid out of a burning house." Then he touched a faded mark along his ribs. "This one's from stopping a drunk who went wild on the street." He went on, each memory heavier than the last. The boy listened quietly, eyes wide, not really able to grasp the weight of it all. Finally he whispered, "But, Grandpa, why? Why put yourself through so much pain for strangers?" The old man placed a rough hand on the boy's head and smiled gently. "It's not that I wasn't scared. I was terrified. But my body always moved first, every single time." And just like that, the memory dissolved, dragging us back into the present. Suho stood in a grimy prison corridor, his boot pressing down hard on an inmate's jaw. Dozens of convicts circled him, eyes full of hate. Suho's face was sharp, cold, unshaken. "You've got two choices," he said flatly. "Go down quiet, or fight, and die." Whispers rippled through the crowd. "Did you see his kick?" one muttered. "Is he high rank?" another asked. One of them smirked. "Doesn't matter. We've got fragments on his signal." A handful of inmates pulled glowing shards from their pockets and swallowed them. Mana burst through their bodies, muscles bulging, eyes burning red. Their laughter echoed in the hallway. "I feel unstoppable," one howled. "An A-rank couldn't even touch me now," another sneered. Suho's gaze hardened. His voice dropped. "So that's how it is." And suddenly, time seemed to freeze. A cruel voice whispered in his mind, "Why are you hesitating?" Standing behind him, unseen by the others, was Lee Min-sung, long dead but alive in Suho's head. His smirk was sharp, his words venom. "They swallowed star fragments. They'll kill without blinking. And you, still hesitating? Innocents are dying because you're too soft. What was the point of your class change? You're still just a brat." The wound in his stomach reappeared, blood pouring like the moment of his death. His grin widened. "Come on, kill them, the same way you killed me." His laughter rang out, cruel and hollow. Back in reality, Suho pressed his boot harder. Crunch. The inmate's skull caved in. Fear spread like wildfire. The hallway exploded with chaos. Knives, swords, fists, all aimed at him. Suho moved first. He caught one man's wrist, snapped it, and stole his blade in one fluid motion. One swing later, the inmate hit the ground lifeless. Another convict froze mid-charge. "Why? I took a fragment. I should—" He never finished. Suho's fist shattered his jaw, teeth flying across the floor as his body slammed against the wall. Two more rushed from behind, but shadows speared out from beneath Suho's feet, stabbing them mid-air. Blood sprayed, bodies collapsed. A hand touched his shoulder. Min-sung again, smirking like the devil. "You've changed. You're killing without hesitation now. But tell me, was that really justice? Or are you just another monster?" His laugh faded as he vanished. "Guess you've joined me after all." Suho's eyes darkened. "Biru." "Yes, young monarch." "Devour them," Suho ordered coldly. "Find out who's pulling the strings." Biru hesitated. "Master, are you truly all right?" Suho's gaze sharpened. "I'm fine. Just irritated." He knelt beside a dead hunter, gently closing the man's eyes. "If awakeners keep tearing each other apart, we'll be useless. Worse than useless, a burden to my father. That's why I can't hide anymore. I'll bring everyone together. Monarchs, descendants, hunters, villains. Even Beast Biru buzzed with excitement. "So you mean everything in this world will bow to you?" Suho gave him a flat look. "I mean comrades." He raised his hand over the bodies. His voice was calm but final. "I won't hesitate again." The command dropped like a death sentence. "Arise." Elsewhere in the city, a car rolled down a narrow alley. From above, shadows shifted. A blast of fire rained down, engulfing the vehicle in flames. Prisoners laughed cruelly. Bad luck. Wrong place, wrong time. But through the wreckage, a calm voice spoke. "Miho, you good?" A woman answered coolly. "This much is nothing." The man grabbed the burning car door and hurled it skyward like a spear. Shock spread across the rooftops as it tore through the air. From the flames, two figures emerged. The man was tall, radiating authority. The woman beside him was confident, her presence sharp and commanding. "What a mess," the man muttered. "Right in the middle of our family trip," the woman smirked. "Good thing we showed up." Their names were known across the world. Baek Miho, Vice Guild Master of the White Tiger Guild, and beside her, Baek Yunho, the Guild Master himself, an S-rank awakener whose presence alone sent fear straight into the bones of anyone who stood against him. A prisoner lay, knocked out cold on the ground while Baek Yunho and Baek Miho stood nearby, checking the mess. "How many of them escaped again?" Yunho asked, his tone calm but with that weight in his voice. 57, maybe a bit more, Miho answered without skipping a beat. Yunho sighed and rubbed the back of his neck. "Fantastic. Your mom's definitely going to yell at us if we show up late to the family dinner." Miho let out a small laugh. "The Hunters Association chairman is already on his way. He's bringing 3 S-rank hunters with him. Should be here in about 10 minutes. Oh, and rumor has it Suho might be around. They're saying he's the one handing out star powder." The second that name dropped, Yunho froze for a moment, like it hit him with some weird deja vu. Suho, why does that sound so familiar? But he quickly pushed it aside and straightened up. "Whatever. The people come first. Let's start the rescue." Miho smiled faintly, almost teasing. "This really feels like the old days, back when you were a firefighter." But Yunho suddenly went serious. His eyes sharpened, fixed on a rooftop nearby where something strange was moving in the shadows. "Miho, was there a dungeon break reported here?" She shook her head. "Nope. Then what the hell is that thing?" he muttered grimly, pointing at the dark figure above. Meanwhile, inside a nearby apartment, chaos had already broken loose. A young woman was sitting on the floor, terrified, while a male hunter, injured and shaking, pushed her back. "Run, Mina!" he shouted, his voice breaking. But before she could even move, escaped prisoners poured into the room, circling them like wolves. One of them sneered. "Really? Risking your neck just for one little girl?" Another laughed. "What is this? Some kind of cheesy romance? You dating your own teammate or something?" Mina's eyes filled with tears. "Wong Hyun Ah," she whispered, choking back sobs as she reached for him. "Shut her up already," one of the criminals snapped, lunging at her with his blade. "Don't worry, sweetheart. You'll be with him soon enough." But just before the weapon could reach her, the air turned heavy. Shadows swirled, and a single word echoed through the room. Calm, commanding, absolute, arise. From the fallen hunter's corpse, a shadow soldier burst forth, standing between Mina and the blade. The criminal's sword slashed straight through the dark figure, but it didn't even slow him down. The blade stopped just inches from Mina's face, as if reality itself refused to let her be touched. The prisoner stumbled back, horrified. What the hell? That dead guy! He just got back up!" Out of the darkness, Suho stepped forward, steady and cold. "The fact you rose again means you wanted to protect her, even after death. I'll honor that. Protect what matters most to you." A system window appeared, glowing in the air. Equipment made of shadows materialized. Naga warrior belt, rare. The newly reborn shadow hunter equipped it all in a flash. His power exploded, his aura fierce and unshakable. He roared forward, carving through the criminals like a storm. Blood and screams filled the room as shadows tore everything apart. Suho raised his hand again. "Arise!" The fallen prisoners were dragged into the dark, joining his growing army. Suho's voice rang with authority. "Hunt the rest. Track down every last one." The shadow soldiers scattered into the night. Boo's insect-like voice buzzed proudly from the darkness. "As planned, my liege." "Their numbers are multiplying fast," Suho's eyes gleamed. "At this rate, we'll clean the whole city." Boo laughed, wings beating with excitement. "Behold the greatness of the Shadow Monarch's authority," Suho chuckled. "I once thought this ability was useless, but it's stronger than I ever imagined." Nearby, Mina sobbed, clutching the shadow of her fallen comrade. Suho glanced at her and whispered, "It's incredible." Boo asked carefully, "Will you leave that shadow behind?" "Yes," Suho replied softly. "He'll disappear in a day, but this way, she can say goodbye properly." Then suddenly, Suho's head snapped up. A large chunk of his shadows had just been destroyed. Boo's tone turned sharp. "Young monarch, I feel it. The ringleader is close." Elsewhere, on another battlefield, shadow soldiers were being cut down one after another by deadly, precise strikes. The one responsible was Kang Taesik. His movements were fast and sharp, his face grim. Nearby, Hwang Dong-suk yelled angrily, "What the hell are these black creatures? I've never seen anything like this. Problem solver, get rid of them already." Taesik clenched his teeth. "This wouldn't be happening if we'd left sooner. With a star fragment, I'm stronger than an A rank. These shadows shouldn't be that hard." But then, the shadow beast suddenly knelt, as if bowing to an unseen master. Boo's voice rang in Suho's head. Young monarch, we've located him. Suho stepped forward, eyes locked on Hwang Dong-suk. His voice was cold. So, you're the ringleader of these escapees? Dong-suk sneered. What's this? A brat with pets? Without these things, you're nothing. Suho ignored the jab. Tell me, do you know about the apostles of Edom? The same ones Lee Min-sung served? The sneer faltered. Dong-suk flinched but quickly tried to cover it up. Hey, calm down. Sure, I know a bit. They're basically some creepy cult. But then he signaled Taishik to strike. The problem solver launched forward, fast as lightning. Yet Suho was faster. In an instant, he was in front of Dong-suk, his hand gripping the man's shoulder like iron. You're not one of the apostles, Suho said coldly. So tell me, where did you get the star fragments? Why attack the city? Dong-suk's bravado cracked. His voice panicked. It was my younger brother. He gave them to me. I just wanted to have some fun. Make those idiots follow me. Suho's anger flared. Fun? You killed innocent people for fun? Terrified, Dong-suk screamed, Help me! But Taishik froze, his body trembling. If I fight him, I'll die. That's when a dark, commanding voice echoed in his mind. No escape. Up in a helicopter above, Teal smirked, his telepathy twisting Taishik's will. Let's see what Sung Suho is really capable of. Fight him. Give in to your instincts. Taishik's body jolted as his power surged. Camouflage activated, he vanished, reappearing right behind Suho. But the strike missed. Instead, it was redirected straight into Dong-suk. With one brutal slash, Hwang Dong-suk was ripped apart, his body collapsing in a bloody heap. Boo's voice echoed in alarm. Young monarch, the apostles' energy, it's here again. They're controlling someone through a star fragment. Suho's fists clenched tight, his gaze blazing with rage and determination. Fine, he growled. Then I'll crush them here and now.
Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go.